Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you my own proof for the Pythagorean theorem that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is just like a fun little proof that I came up with. If you know anyone else that came up with it, just comment down below. But I did I searched all around the web and I couldn't find anyone that came up with this particular proof. So here we're just going to start with a right trapezoid, a trapezoid that has two right angles. So this is a right angle, this is a right angle. And then this could be x, and this could be just 180 minus x. This could be 179. This could be a 1 degree angle. We don't know. So then we create the height. So here we're going to have a rectangle. And then here we're going to have a right triangle because this would be a 90-degree angle. This would be a 90-degree angle since this would make these two 90-degree angles. Next. Now let's put some variables. Let's call this h for the height. Let's just call this e over here. Let's call this d. And let's call this a. And then let's create the diagonal of this. The diagonal, let's call it b, the diagonal of the rectangle that is. And then let's just call e and then d, c. Let's just call this whole thing c. These are similar triangles. We know that because of AA similarity. Here we have a right triangle. Then we have the angle x here. And this would have to be 90 minus x. And then these two will have to be parallel because it's a trapezoid. Knowing that, we know that this is x. And then this is 90 minus x. And we know that this big triangle here, ABC, would have a 90-degree angle here because 90 minus x plus x would be 90, 90 minus x, and then x over here. So then, with knowing that, we can set up proportions. So we would have a proportion here of x over b equals b over e. We know that because on the big triangle, it would be big over small, big over small. We would know, no, this would be the big over the small, then the big over the small, or hypotenuse over the small, hypotenuse over the small. We know that this equals b, and then this is c, this is a. B would be between the 90 minus x and the right triangle, and e is between the 90 minus x and the right triangle, so we can set that up. And then we know the c and the b are both hypotenuses. We can do the same thing with a. We know that a here is between the right angle and the x, and we know that d is between the right angle and the x, so we have hypotenuse over that side, and then hypotenuse over that side. So then we could add them. Then we know from here that a squared equals c and d, and we know that b squared equals c and e. A squared equals cd, b squared equals ce. Then let's add them. We have c squared plus b squared equals ce plus cd. We have a common factor of c, so we can factor out c. So we have a squared plus b squared equals c times e plus d. But e plus d just makes c. So we know a squared plus b squared equals c times c. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that's just like my little proof that I personally came up with. If you know anyone else that came up with that proof, please comment down below. I would love to give them credit in the description. But I personally think I'm the only person that has found this one out. But there's like dozens, like hundreds of Pythagorean theorem proofs. And then this is just one that I came up with by myself. So if you guys want any other videos, please comment down below what type of videos you want. And have a great day.